Resellers, if you're not optimizing your business, you're leaving money on the table. Let's dive into 5 crucial tips to help squeeze every drip of profit that you can out of your business. Before we do, let me welcome you to our channel, Seller's Corner, your go-to source for all things reselling. I'm Erin, product specialist at Vendoo, and let's dive right in. The first is probably the most important tip. Optimize your listings for SEO. SEO is so underrated. SEO means search engine optimization. And in the reseller context, that's the process of enhancing your titles and descriptions such that they yield in more relevant searches. Did you know that most sales are the direct result of a search? Meaning, a buyer performs a search, a relevant listing yields, they purchase that listing. So as a seller, your biggest priority should be making sure that your items yield in as many relevant searches as possible, and they rank highest in the search, so they yield at the top of those search results so that they can be found. So how can we do this? We can do this through strong titles and descriptions. On all marketplaces except for eBay, the entire description is searchable. On eBay, your SEO relies on your title and your item specifics. On all marketplaces, those optional listing fields that describe your items, you should treat as mandatory because they often help your ranking too. Make sure that your titles and descriptions are strong. They have the brand name, the official brand or manufacturer title if relevant, age, color, size, occasion, material, style keywords about the garment like silhouettes or necklines or rises or hem types, as well as keyword hashtags like style, core, and aesthetics, preppy, boho, barbiecore, etc. There are quite a few. Having strong titles and descriptions will help your listings yield in more searches. The more searches that you yield in, hopefully the more sales you make. Your items can't be purchased if they can't be found. So if you're not optimizing SEO, you're leaving money on the table. The second thing you need to do if you don't want to leave money on the table is to send offers to likers and to send them absolutely as soon as possible after each like. Catch buyers while their interest is hot and while they're currently shopping. Think about how you shop. If you're looking for a dress for an occasion, you might like 8 dresses, and once those offers start coming in, your decision will be influenced. If you are the seller of one of those dresses, you want to send your like with the best discount that you can as soon as possible. Sending offers to likers is an excellent way to maximize your scales. When someone likes your item and they're interested and the momentum is hot, the best thing you can do to seal that deal is to send that offer. As you know, most sales are not outright full price purchases, but they come as a result of an offer initiated by the buyer or seller. So keep those notifications on so that you can send these offers as soon as possible. On some marketplaces, you can even automate this process or do it in bulk. If you're not sending offers to likers as soon as you get likes, you're leaving money on the table. Number 3, you're leaving money on the table if you are not cross-listing. There are so many marketplaces where you can sell things. And a common misconception is that if you're on the few top marketplaces like Poshmark or eBay, then the others aren't worth your time. And that couldn't be further from the truth. Each marketplace has its own unique audience. There are people who shop on Depop that don't even have the eBay app, and vice versa. With Vendoo, you can cross-list your items to 11 marketplaces in under 5 minutes. There is no reason not to be selling on all 11 when it can be done that quickly. More marketplaces equal more eyes on your items equals more sales. A few years ago, I only sold on a couple marketplaces. Now, being on all of them, obviously my sales have significantly increased. And each time I sell something on one of the smaller marketplaces, it just makes me giggle because I have the same items with the same listings and the same prices everywhere. And yet I make quite a few sales on smaller marketplaces that don't sell on the major ones. That in and of itself shows the importance of cross-listing to maximize profits, excuse me. If you are not cross-listing, you're leaving money on the table. The fourth thing that if you are not doing, you're leaving money on the table, is expanding your selling categories. So many sellers sell just one category. And there's something to be said about being a master expert in the category, but there's also something to be said about how much money you're leaving on the table. I know so many fashion sellers that go into thrift stores all the time and only look at the clothing, shoes, and bags. They don't look at any of the hard goods, any of the books, any of the electronics, any other section. There are so many things in those sections that you can flip for a decent profit. But so often, people don't even look at that. Expanding your selling categories can really help to expand your process. Even if you just pick a couple categories to look at once and slowly start to learn them, you will seriously maximize profits this way. So next time you're in the thrift store, take a peek at a category that you've never sold before. Look up a couple items. Look at comps on eBay. Start learning what sells, because if you're already thrifting and you're already in these discount stores and you're not going down those aisles, you're leaving money on the table. This last one is a big one. If you are not delisting and relisting your items, you are leaving money on the table. It is very difficult to sell stale listings, and that's because the way that search engines work. Search engines prioritize relevance and recency. Recency can be accomplished with new listings. That's why, unless you get a buyer based on relevance or paid promotion, it's very difficult to sell stale items. When you delist and relist an item with Vendoo, that new listing is a brand new first-time listing, and it performs as such in both search engines and news feeds. Users on Vendoo who delist and relist regularly make 33% more sales on average, proving the significance of doing that. And with Vendoo, you can delist and relist from multiple marketplaces in bulk. Do not skip this step. You will be amazed how much more exposure and how many more sales you get. If you are not bulk delisting and relisting, you're leaving money on the table. If you use Vendoo and you don't have that add-on, check it out. And there you have it. 5 ways to make sure you're not leaving money on the table. Optimizing your listings, sending offers, cross-listing, expanding your selling category, and delisting and relisting with Vendoo. Small tweaks can make a huge difference in your sales, and that's what we're all here for, right? To make money. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel where we publish reselling info all the time. I'll see you next time, reseller friends. Don't leave money on the table.